Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Gail and this is Real Life and Keto. Today is my 18-month keto anniversary. I've been doing the ketogenic way of life for a year and a half. Started January 12th, 2016. So here we are, July 12th, 2017. So I wanted to talk a little bit just about what I've learned living this ketogenic way of life for the last 18 months. And I think the number one thing that I have learned is that this way of eating, this way of life, first of all, it's not a diet. It will not work well for you if you are trying to do it to lose weight quickly and then just want to go back to eating the standard American diet. It doesn't work like that. You have to trust the process. Sometimes it takes longer than others to get fat adapted. And then once your body is fat adapted, things run pretty well. It's your health benefits from eating ketogenically are tremendous. Lower inflammation, better cholesterol levels, better triglyceride levels, better mood, better emotion, mental clarity, more energy. Your sleep patterns might change. I went from being more of a night person to more of a morning person. And there's been just a tremendous amount of changes that go along with this way of eating. The other thing that I've learned is that this way of eating helps you learn to listen to your body. And it helps you kind of tap into why you're eating and what you're eating. And with this way of eating, you shouldn't be hungry. You don't have to be hungry. Thank you. I think somebody's trying to chew on me. But you don't have to be hungry. This isn't a diet in the standard sense. And I have found with the coaching that I do that a lot of people go into this way of eating thinking that they need to really cut back on their calories. And generally it will backfire on them. If you are not eating enough, your body simply will not let you lose weight. It will fight with you every step of the way. So while calories do count, they're not the same when you're eating a ketogenic way and you're eating more fat and you're eating less carbs and you're eating moderate protein. Your body handles things differently. And I will say point blank, the whole 18 months, I lost the majority of my weight on 1,800 calories. And I don't exercise, I don't work out, other than the weekend warrior, cleaning house and shopping and those kind of things that I can't do during the week most of the time. Not really big on working out. I am trying to integrate more walking now, but I've been pretty much in kind of a maintenance mode since the end of March when my mom passed away. One of the things that I've found is like my mind isn't really into, I can't really get myself into weight loss mode at this moment. I keep trying to get into it, but I don't hate the way I look. So I mean, that has a lot to do with it. Sure, I'd like to lose a little bit more weight, but coming from nearly 260 pounds, now weighing, I hope that there's no bugs trying to get me down there. To now, being in the 180s, there's a huge difference. So yeah, I'm within 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds, depending on where I want to finally land of my goal weight. And I had said right from the very beginning, when I started out with like 90 pounds to lose, I said, well, when I get within 20 pounds of my goal weight, I'm not going to sweat it. So I kind of set myself up a little bit in that mindset that I had seen so many people who were technically 20 pounds over their goal weight and looked awesome. And in my mind, I thought they looked fine. And I'm like, man, if I looked like that, I wouldn't even worry about it, And so, not to say that if you want to lose 20 pounds, there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that for my mindset to come from pushing 260 pounds to being below 200 and being in the 180s, I'm fine. I'm really, I would like to continue to lose weight, but I have to get my head in that space, and I'm just not there right now. But this way of life really helps you learn forgiveness. It helps you learn to listen to your body, and it helps you distinguish a little bit between, like, why are you eating? What are you eating? Is it hormones? Which I struggle with a lot right now because I'm 50 and I'm premenopausal. or is it emotions? When my mom passed away, it was definitely that. But the thing that I've also learned with the ketogenic way, at least for myself, is the forgiveness comes from if you fall off plan, you get back on it the next day or the next meal. You know, it's not, it may take you a few days to get back into ketosis. At least for me, it takes just over 2 days. If I go off plan and mess up, as long as I get right back on plan, it takes about just a little over 2 days to get me back in spilling ketones on my little pea sticks. So, I mean, and that's me. Everybody's different. It might be different for you, but that's what I've learned about myself. So I say, you know, eating ketogenically is a way of life, but it has to be a sustainable way of life. So there's going to be times where I'm not in ketosis. I shoot for nutritional ketosis. I don't have a disease that requires me to stay in ketosis all the time. And if I did, then, you know, I would have to be more strict. But because I shoot for nutritional ketosis, there are going to be times where I'm going to eat off-plan foods and just have to deal with it. So anyway, and I think, you know, being understanding that, oh my gosh, I'm not in ketosis, it's not the end of the world if you're just shooting for nutritional ketosis and your main goal is to lose weight. This is a journey. It's not a race. And you know, I will get there when I get there. I feel great. So if I go off plan, and I don't feel quite as great when I go off plan, but I don't have like terrible side effects. My body's fat adapted. So I have the benefit and unbenefit of, if I go off plan, I don't feel absolutely terrible. But I know that I feel better when I'm in ketosis. So, you know, I don't want to eat a bunch of carby foods all the time. It's just if hormones strike or whatever, you know, some emotional, whatever happens, you know, and I, for whatever reason or whatever excuse or whatever I decide to not eat a low enough carb intake that it throws me out of ketosis. You know, I know I'm going to go back to eating ketogenically. So that, and that's never even an issue. I have no interest in like going right back to the standard way of eating because I felt like crap. When I ate like that all the time, I felt tired all the time. I had no energy. I felt sick and tired. I just, you know, I felt bloated. I didn't like the way I looked. You know, there's so many reasons to not go back to that way of eating. So I won't, you know, and I would say that that's pretty much the bottom line of what I've learned from doing this for 18 months is that, sorry, I'm watching the work trucks, see if they're coming back around. I try to do a recording and you think everybody should be done working. No. Pause again. Okay. So anyway, yeah. I think the biggest takeaway for the last 18 months is this is my way of life. And I've had people be surprised when I told them, you know, I lost over 70 pounds, but I didn't have a single month that I went straight through without having at least one day that I went off plan. And I still lost over 70 pounds. So, you know, I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm just saying you need to be forgiving of yourself. If you mess up, just get yourself back up. You're not starting over, you're just starting again. And you're not going to completely undo all your hard work. If you're fat adapted and you've been living this way for a while, falling off plan is not going to completely undo it. You may feel like crap, or you may have bloating, or you may have inflammation, or you may have, you know, consequences that go with that going off plan. It's just motivation to get back on plan again. So, and it makes you appreciate living this way. And that's usually what happens for me is when I go off plan, I'm usually ready and happy to go back to eating ketogenically because I love the food. And it's, you know, so for whatever reason I went off plan, it's a passing thing, and I'm very happy to go back to eating the way I normally eat 90% of the time, 95% of the time, 99% of the time, whatever it is. And and I think, you know, it's because it's a way of life, you have to relax. You have to live. And beating yourself up because of food, that's no way to live. That's no way to live. So, you know, if you're fortunate like I am and you found a way that you can eat and feel good and lose weight and enjoy awesome food, and if you fall off plan, you're happy to go back to it. That's, you know, it's not like, oh geez, I gotta go back to eating like this again. No, you know, it's like, okay, well that was a mess up, now I'm ready to go back to my normal way of eating. And it is. Ketogenic is my normal way of eating. So there we are. That is my biggest takeaway at my 18-month keto anniversary. And I'm sorry this may be a little long-winded and a little broken because I had to stop it and start it so many times. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos and you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and click the little red rectangle and subscribe. If you want to know when I post new videos, click on the bell. And if you find this interesting and want to share it, please feel free to share it and give me a like and a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Keto on.